Yours.
I didn't know that you had a crush on me. How did I never see all that we could have been? High time we turned the pages, start a story for the ages. High time we got it going on. No, it's never easy for people who love anymore, but we gotta try, 'cause you and I were meant to be. I love you, baby, and I know it takes more than words to show it. You are the one, and I know it.
Welcome back to the Georgia and Daniel Show. My name is Daniel from Special Chronicles.com. And
my name is Georgia Hunter, and I'm Dan's cutest true love.
And we are back for this is, we're recording this on Saturday, 19th December 2020. This is the Georgia and Daniel Show. We are excited. It is a week before Christmas. And this, as you have probably noticed by the titles of these December episodes of this podcast, it is holiday themed. And so we will be talking about how Georgia's wrapping Christmas gifts, holiday gifts. There might be here's one of two surprises for Georgia this week. There might be a wrap coming up very shortly. We'll see. Maybe if we know how to wrap, we'll see. And we're going digital this year. That's a surprise. We're going digital this year with something that we usually send in the mail. What is that? Stay tuned to find out. How do you like that for a teaser, babe?
Yes, that's pretty good.
We're going digital this year with something that we usually send in the mail. And by us going digital, that means all of you podcast listeners will be able to benefit from it. So something that we usually send to our family and friends. So stay tuned to find out what that is. We both have 2 weeks of vacation, so we'll be from work. So we're from one of our jobs. And so we'll be one of each of our jobs. So we'll be talking about that. And we'll be calling Georgia's mom, Karen Hunter, on the show talk all about holiday wrapping, and maybe some trivia might be thrown in there. So all that is coming up on this week's season 4, episode 9, the Georgia and Daniel Show. We are live streaming this on Special Chronicles YouTube and Facebook, and on the Daniel and Georgia Facebook, and also on our Daniel and Georgia Instagram Live. So we don't usually do a live on Instagram doing the show, and I don't even know if our Instagram Live people can even hear Georgia, but we'll see. So you guys go follow us on at Daniel and Georgia Instagram, because we give you a lot of behind the scenes pictures. Right, babe?
Yes.
So go follow our show's Instagram at Daniel and Georgia, and you can get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So babe, first, tell us about your week. Well, let's get the show kicked off. I don't know what was it that you wanted to talk about in the beginning of the show.
I've been wrapping a lot of gifts from the past few days. I actually did one last night for someone. I'm not gonna say his name on the show, but it's a surprise for him.
What about me surprising you and not you surprising me?
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Right?
Yes.
Mom. Yes. Go. Eat.
Yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of holiday music, and I've been getting really great gifts for most of my friends, and that's pretty much about it.
Cool. Now, hold on. I'm gonna go off of the Instagram Live. So you guys go check out our and I'm gonna share on our page. So, babe, you want to tell us a little bit more about some of the gifts that you're wrapping?
Sure. So I've been wrapping handmade gifts. I made a picture frame for someone. I've been wrapping I'm going to wrap some chocolates later, and cookies that I just made today on Georgia's Kitchen.
You guys go check out the link in the show notes for this Georgia and Daniel Show episode on specialchronicles.com. It's season 4, episode 9. So go in the description below, go click on the link to access our show notes, and you can find a link to Georgia's Kitchen show on there. So specialchronicles.com. Right, babe? Continue. Yeah.
Okay, so actually just recently I rebranded my logo for Georgia's Kitchen, but besides that, this is the Georgia and Daniel show, so I'm not going to talk about my show on my show with Daniel. So
no, you can go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. So I rebranded my logo for Georgia's Kitchen, and I mailed some of them. I mailed one to Trader Joe's, most of my friends, and I know that I didn't really give one to Daniel this year because he already had one from last year, so I might gonna resend him my new brand, so that way he can have he knows. Okay, this is what really makes me so funny right now, because Daniel knows all my information about Georgia's Kitchen because he produced my show along with Karen Milligan. But the reason why Daniel wanted to produce this show for me because he thinks that I have a passion for cooking, which I do.
I don't just think, I know.
Oh, sorry. He knows then I'm really good at cooking because I just graduated last summer.
Just past summer.
Sorry, this past summer. He was there, so it was incredible.
Well, let's move on. And speaking of wrapping, I believe somebody here is going to do a holiday wrap for us. As in, instead of wrapping gifts, we're going to have to do a wrap, holiday wrap. My babe. And Georgia's holiday wrap is, we're going to hear that live in 3, 2, 1. Cue the holiday wrap. Go, babe.
Say what now?
Talk about surprises. One of two surprises. What's happening right now?
Oh God, I'm not very good at rapping, but I'm
not either.
I'm gonna wing it.
Okay. Talk about doing it on a podcast.
Yeah. You put me on the spot here, babe.
Okay. It's okay. It's fun. We'll holiday spirit.
Okay. Christmas is my fun holiday. It is the best with being loved ones and families and presents under the tree, drinking eggnog and hot chocolate. That's how I love Christmas, yo.
That was this holiday wrap. Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, comment below and let us know if or email us Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com and let us know. Speaking of emailing us, last week we had a Poor Daniel challenge where you guys would surprise a loved one and then email that to us, Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. But we didn't get any emails from you listeners. So we're going to continue that and until somebody emails us a video. So with that, all you have to do is
to surprise someone.
Yeah. Pull a Daniel challenge. Record a video surprising a loved one. It can be anybody that you love. It can be a family member. It can be a friend. It can be anyone. Just record a video surprising a loved one and email the video to Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. For the podcast listeners, if you're not watching us on YouTube or Facebook right now, live streaming, go in the description of this podcast. The email will be in the show notes, which is Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. So pull a Daniel challenge, record a video surprising a loved one, and email the video to Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. Once again, pull a Daniel challenge. Record a video surprising a loved one and email the video to Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. And your video might appear, might be aired. We might show it.
Yes, we might
on a future episode of this podcast. So we look forward to seeing your videos.
Yes, please send us the videos, and we would love to watch it.
All right, let's move on. Now, next is, as you know, babe, what we have done in the past is we have sent out Christmas cards, right?
Yes, we have. I actually have one of them in my game room.
This is where the second surprise is coming right now. So, because of COVID and because of, because money's tight and all that and stuff, I made an executive decision to go digital this year. So instead of us printing, as much fun as that would be, as much fun as printing a Christmas card and sending it to our family and friends, instead, and this is what all of the podcast listeners will benefit from, in addition to our family and friends, we're going to send a link, not only to the podcast listeners, but we're going to send a link, and again, the link will be in the show notes, but we're going to send a link to all our family, all of our friends, to danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas, where all of our family and friends can download our Christmas card. They go to danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas.
Yes.
What do you think of that idea, babe?
I really love that idea.
Of having our doing a digital Christmas card this year, when all of our family and friends and all of you podcast listeners can look in the show notes for this podcast episode, season 4, episode 9, Georgia and Daniel Show, and download our Christmas card at danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. So, babe, what do they do?
I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted here. I'm sorry.
You're getting distracted because of me?
Yes, I'm getting very distracted because of my boyfriend here.
Oh, what can they do? Tell us. You really all you have to do is just read the banner.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry. You guys get to download our Christmas code at danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas.
Yes. And yeah, and the beauty part of it, the awesome part of it, is you listeners and our family and friends, if you want to print it out yourself, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You have a fun little surprise on the second page of this 2-page card, this 2-page PDF, and that is we've got a QR code. And all you have to do is take your phone out, open the camera on your phone, scan the QR code, and it will take you to the page where you can listen and subscribe to this very podcast. So for all our family and friends who have not yet listened, have not yet subscribed to this podcast, I'm sure many of them have, but for those who haven't, you will get a direct link to listen and subscribe to our podcast, to watch it on YouTube, to subscribe to it as well. Links to all of our social media links, everything. Links to Georgia's Kitchen Show, everything. If you scan the QR code on the second page of this 2-page PDF, the second page of our Christmas card. So all you have to do, you guys, you go to danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas, danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas, and there's a green button that says download Christmas card. And all you have to do is click it, right? Click it with download, and then we'll bring you to a PDF, and then you can download that PDF. So download our Christmas card today at danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. That's danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas.
That's
where
great.
you can download our Christmas card.
Mm-hmm.
Happy holidays from Georgia, from me, and from our entire team at Special Chronicles. Happy holidays. That's our gift to you. So once again, download our Christmas card. I was setting you up. Once again, folks, download our Christmas card at
danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas.
It's like we planned this segment. There was a surprise. See how much in sync we are in, lovely listeners. So once again, download our Christmas card today at danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. That's danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. And with that, we're going to go ahead and talk about how we both have been having 2 weeks of vacation from work. So when it comes to United Airlines and Trader Joe's. So I have the next 2.5 weeks off. I don't go back to January 6th at the airport at United Airlines. And Georgia as well has about, 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. I
have 2.5 weeks off.
Of vacation time.
Yeah.
So let me just show, and then I'll have you show, babe. But okay. I have plans to really use the time as much as I can. Use the time as a break. I'm going to try to write down some goals that I have for 2021, and just use the time to really relax as we wrap up the year that was 2020. This really difficult year that was 2020. This difficult year where most of it, we have been dealing with a global pandemic. So I'm going to wait to use the last couple weeks of this year, the last couple of weeks of this year, this month, this year, to wait to relax, to think about opportunities and stuff I want to do next year. And yeah, so hey, how are you going to be spending your...
Well, I'm going to keep practicing on my my physical therapy, my in-home sessions here at the house. I'll be biking a lot, and
in the snow?
no, not no, not in the snow, because I had some bad experiences from the past. So
tell us, how can you bike in the winter?
well, I'm still biking now, and there's like no snow out there right now. So
Yeah, no, I know.
I will also for my New Year, for my
New Year. In the New Year.
for my New Year's resolution, it would have been hanging out with my boyfriend more in person.
Hopefully, we can still do that.
Because I am, I am so crazy about him. Like I miss him every day. I miss him every night.
You too?
Sorry, what?
I said that as I'm eating. I'm crazy about you too.
And he's crazy about me too. And right now we're having a really hard time finding an actual date to actually hang out again.
In person. Let's put it out there.
In person. I will also be not to do any more activities because I'm also on a 4-week vacation from that as well. So I will be focusing on my cat even more. I get to sleep in. And also doing Georgia's Kitchen. But as of today, I'm only doing 5 episodes. So there'll be more episodes to come into just in the new year. So I'm really happy for that.
Awesome. And with that, we are going to I'm just queuing up the next segment here. I think I have the right number. Okay. We are going to take a quick break, take a quick sponsor break. When we come back, we'll be calling Georgia's mom, Georgia Hunter, on the show, talk about holiday wrapping and whatever else. Maybe there might be a trivia there. I don't know. We'll see. Coming up. Let's all come up right after the break. Keep listening. Don't hit pause. Keep listening to the Georgia and Daniel show. And babe, I think you have a line here.
Yeah. So, okay. So you listening to the Georgia and Daniel show on SpecialChronicles.com. I am your host, Georgia, and Dan's cutest true love.
And I'm Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
And we'll be right back after a brief sponsor break. So don't hit pause. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lisa Noble, and I'm a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and an athlete with Special Olympics Illinois.
Hi, my name is Daniel Smrokowski, and I also am a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and founder of a company called Special Chronicles.
The ComEd Energy Force program is a program that hires people with disabilities to teach the public how to save energy and money.
It's the country's first energy efficiency program of its kind.
Saving energy is especially important while everyone is at home due to COVID-19. We're using more electricity than ever before. Just think about how many more times you are opening the refrigerator door these days.
And while the economy is stressed, it's more critical than ever to save money where we can. Following these tips can save energy and money in this time of COVID-19.
Wash your clothes in cold water and use the dryer sparingly.
Your dryer can take up to 7 times more energy than the washer.
Turn off and unplug any electrical devices or power strips you are not using.
Electrical devices can continue to zap power even when turned off if they're still plugged in. We call them vampire devices.
Use LED bulbs.
They use 25% less energy than incandescent bulbs and last up to 25 times longer, saving you lots of money over time.
Keep your refrigerator between 35 and 38 degrees.
And be sure to use Energy Star appliances.
And last but not least, check out ComEd.com/home savings for more tips and rebates.
Lisa and I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to us today.
Remember, we are all in this together.
Stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Bye. Brought to you by the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and radio is powering us here at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. Thank ComEd for the generous support of Special Chronicles. This episode is brought to you by listeners like you. Please support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. Please help us. We're trying to raise $12,000. Currently, we have raised only $9,074. And you can help us reach our $12,000 goal by the end of this year, by December 31st, 2020. And you can give now at specialchronicles.com/EONgiven. That's specialchronicles.com/EONgiven. You can help us continue to produce this show, the Daniel Show, and many more podcasts like it on specialchronicles.com. So specialchronicles.com/EONgiven is the place to go to give now and help support and make these independent podcasts possible. We thank you from the bottom of our heart for your generous support of this podcast.
We're not just athletes.
We are the ambassadors of an uprising. Peaceful protesters.
In a rebellion against anyone
who has a fear of difference.
Difference.
Our demands are
equality,
dignity,
and the recognition of our
shared humanity. We will not stop
or accept anything less.
Today, our world is
more divided than ever.
And coming together has never been more urgent.
The revolution
is inclusion. Find out more at jointherevolution.org.
You're listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show right here on specialchronicles.com. My name is Daniel from specialchronicles.com.
My name is Georgia. I'm from Georgia and Daniel Show and Dan's Cutest True Love.
Awesome. And we are going to continue with the final segment of the show. And do you want to set it up, babe? Set up the final segment? It's another phone call?
Yeah, but I just got an answer from my mom, and she said no.
Oh, she said no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. We will have to call somebody else. Who do you want to call? Your dad?
I really don't know what he's doing.
I'll call a random listener.
Yeah.
Whoops, that's not what we wanted to. Call a random listener?
Yeah.
Call somebody.
I don't know who.
Okay, well, if you guys want to go in and text me, you can text me right now, 630-280-3082. That's 630-280-3082. You can text me right now. And let's see who we can call on the show. Apparently your mom was busy.
Well, I think you kind of mentioned
Jake, my brother-in-law. Should we do a surprise call?
Yeah.
He's going to love this. Probably not, but maybe. If he picks up. We'll see. If my brother-in-law picks up. And we will get to the text on the screen in a minute. If he picks up.
Your call has been forwarded.
Good thing I didn't have that on the screen. That's fine. No worries. We don't have anybody to call.
Well, I think that'll be okay.
Okay, well, this week, since we don't have anybody to call, why don't we do?
I think we should do the holiday questions that our favorite friend Hannah came up with.
Oh, okay. Holiday
Questions.
from Hannah. I think we were going to get to that.
Okay.
My SSIDM colleague and one of our favorite listeners, Hannah, from Colorado, has some questions for us and in the comments. And if you guys want to leave your comments like Hannah is doing, you can go to our YouTube page, look up Special Chronicles on YouTube, find the Georgia and Daniel Show playlist on there, and you can leave your comments for this episode, season 4, episode 9. And next week will be our annual Christmas episode. So stay tuned for lots of fun. It's going to be not a typical Christmas episode that we it will be a little bit different next week.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be a huge trivia and talking about Christmas memories and all that. Yeah,
I mean, everything we typically talk about on Christmas episode. The part that's going to be different is we're going to be virtually together instead of what we would before, which is in person. So let's see. The first question from Hannah is, what is your favorite thing to wrap for Christmas gifts?
That's a really hard question for me to answer. My favorite thing to wrap, toys for my nephew and niece.
My favorite thing to wrap is anything for my cutest who love. Good question, Hannah. Next question from Hannah is, what is your favorite Christmas gift that both will receive this year? I'm going to say, well, stay tuned to our annual Christmas episode next week, because we are going to unwrap what might be our favorite Christmas gift. Is a gift from my mom to both of us.
Yes, I would say the same thing.
I definitely know it's from my mom to Georgia. I just don't know if it's from my mom to me. I think it is. Stay tuned next week to find out what that is, Hannah, and all of you lovely listeners. Next question from Hannah is, what are you looking forward to for the new year? For the new year.
Well, I think that would be hanging out with Daniel more in person.
I'm going to double that. That's the same answer that I have. Next question for Hannah is, what is your favorite Christmas memory that you have both experienced? Mine is hanging out with my cutest true love. And watching White Christmas too, but okay.
Well, I have multiple favorite Christmas memories that I've both experienced was being with my cutest true love and going to church to sing Christmas music. Good
answer. Next question from Hannah is, what is your favorite thing to bake for Christmas this year? I don't do a lot of baking except maybe some cookies and maybe a pumpkin pie here or there. Not that much bacon, but Georgia is the baker between the two of us, and so a lot of her be the main answer.
Okay, well, my favorite thing to bake for Christmas this year, well, I just made my favorite. Okay, sorry. Okay, my favorite thing to bake is actually the almond flour chocolate chip cookies.
Awesome. Next question from Hannah is, what is your favorite Christmas tree that you both have received? Christmas tree.
Favorite Christmas tree?
Well, I guess maybe I'm going to rephrase that question from Hannah. Do we prefer a real or fake tree? Real or fake tree?
I always like real because I love the smell of pine.
Awesome.
What about you, babe?
Real, I guess, because of that, but also just fake because it's easier.
True.
So, there we go. Next question from Hannah is, what would you recommend for Christmas bacon? Well, I'm going to say My answer to that, and I'll let Georgia answer as well, but my answer to that is watch the latest episodes of Georgia's Kitchen Show on YouTube.
Since I'm the host of Georgia's Kitchen, I'm going to say the same thing.
Welcome. And how do you do that? You might ask. You go to specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. Specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. The link will be in the show notes. If you're listening to the podcast, so if you are not watching the video on YouTube, then go in the show notes for this podcast episode, and you will see a link to Georgia's Kitchen Show. So specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube is the place to go to watch to find out. Good question and good setup, Hannah. Good setup for that plug for that other show.
Yeah,
on the Special Chronicles Network. It's almost like we planted that question in the we had Hannah plant that question in the comments.
Yeah, well, she has more apparently.
Yeah, she has a lot more questions. So let's get to some more questions from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Hannah, we love you. Do you prefer eggnog or hot chocolate?
Well, I actually
That's a tough question, Hannah. That's a tough question.
If I had to pick only just one, it would be hot chocolate.
Me too.
I'm peppermint cane.
I'm gonna say hot chocolate. I saw if you guys are following Georgia's Instagram, which is
at Peach Georgia 722.
No, it's just at Peach Georgia 22, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
The link will be in the show notes on specialchronicles.com. So go follow Georgia on Instagram, and maybe do you want to post that hot chocolate picture on our Daniel and Georgia Instagram? Maybe for the lovely listeners out there. You want to maybe post it on our at Daniel and Georgia Instagram?
Sure. I think I can do
that. And I would have to say I kind of prefer hot chocolate too. I do love eggnog, and maybe I'll have eggnog this year. We'll see. I don't know, but I would have to say I kind of prefer hot chocolate. What is your Christmas tradition for this year? I feel like
I have a lot.
Wait, hold on. Let's say we want our listeners to tune into our annual Christmas episode to find our answer to that question. You guys stay tuned next week. Next week's annual Christmas episode of this podcast to find out what our Christmas tradition is for this year. It could be virtual because of 2020 is the year of Zoom.
Yeah.
The year of Zoom. That's actually a good title.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay tuned.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you, or do you want me to send it?
I want you to put it on the Daniel and Georgia. That's not the question I want to show. I want you to put it on the Daniel and Georgia Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel and Georgia Instagram. So Georgia will be putting that on our page. So go check that out. Hannah is. What do you both like about Christmas?
Being with family and loved ones.
And being with my cutest true love.
All right.
Did you hear me? What do I like about Christmas? Being with my cutest true love.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what was the first question? Oh.
What do you both like about Christmas?
Being with my boyfriend.
What game? Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah, is: what games would you both play on Christmas Day?
On Christmas Day.
Well, okay, this is a game that we usually play on my birthday, but I'm going to throw it out, and that is Apples to Apples.
Ticket to Ride.
Good question. So, next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. What is your favorite Christmas party that you have both experienced
Christmas party.
No, I don't attend a lot of those.
I think. Well, actually, I catered a Christmas party. That was at Mike McGarry's house. That was actually my favorite one.
Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah.
Time here.
What?
I'm having a really hard time
Oh.
putting something on something else.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll do that later.
Do you like my radio voice? Next question from our favorite Colorado listener. Yeah. Are you all thinking of hosting a Christmas party with your family?
I love it.
If my answer is yes, but the party has to be virtually via Zoom. On Zoom. Virtual Zoom.
Why? This is a hard question for me. Hosting a Christmas party with my family. Well, I'm actually gonna be with my mom and dad, and also my cat. So.
And me. I hope.
And you too.
I hope.
Especially.
To be determined. Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Why is your favorite? Oh, I think she means, what is your favorite Christmas ornament and why?
Well, my favorite Christmas ornament is
the Special Chronicles Christmas logo that you see if you're watching the video on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, there's that. Sorry, that is also my number one. And also, my other favorite Christmas ornament is when I was on Radio Disney a couple years ago. It is now on my Christmas tree.
All right, and here's a comment from another listener. You want to read that for the podcast? We're not watching the video. We might have people listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, and who are not watching the video on YouTube and they can't see the comments on the screen. So we read it for them.
Okay, well, my best friend, Jackie Finn, is actually watching, so thank you so much. I just talked to her about that last night. She said, Merry Christmas, best friend.
Awesome. Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Is there a Christmas concert that you're both considering going to? Not really. Via YouTube.
I don't know when I'm going to the next concert.
Christmas concert. Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. What does joy mean to you both? What does joy mean to you both? What are you laughing? What are you laughing about in that part of the studio? Let me just say, let me give you a little trivia about Hannah. Hannah's middle name is Joy. So, because Hannah gives a lot of joy to everybody that she meets. Hannah is joyful. Hannah is awesome.
Hannah, you are one of my favorite fans right now.
Favorite fans. Hannah is joyful. Hannah is awesome. Hannah is one of all favorite Colorado listeners.
Colorado fan. Sorry.
No, Hannah is joyful. Hannah is loving. Hannah is awesome. Hannah is one of our favorite Colorado listeners. Folks, she loves it when I speak. Okay. Hannah asks, what does joy mean to you both?
What does joy mean? Being happy.
Joy means showing love and happiness to everyone that we meet.
Yes.
That's my answer. Great question. As you all favorite Colorado listener. Let's see. One of our Illinois listeners, Gilly, asks, wish you could make cookies on Facebook and Instagram. Well, maybe we'll have to do it in Instagram Live and make cookies in Instagram Live. So stay tuned. Or
please stay tuned.
Maybe we'll have to do like a live video from the kitchen. We'll see. Stay tuned for that.
Well, the truth is, I'm only doing YouTube, but in the future, Dan is gonna help me by using StreamYard.
So stay tuned. Subscribe. SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube.
Okay.
And let's move on. Next comment comes from. Next listen comes from. Oh, favorite Colorado Listener Hanna.
What is your favorite Christmas cookie recipe that you make for your family?
Well, I'm going to say, Hannah, go listen and subscribe to Georgia's Kitchen Show at SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. Go listen to the show on SpecialChronicles.com.
Oh, boy. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun here.
Next question comes from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Will you both be playing trivia with your families or go on hikes with your families on Christmas?
Actually, my family is obsessed with trivia than going on hikes. So
there you go.
I'm going to play on trivia.
Okay. Next question from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. What is your favorite holiday cards that you're both looking on? Well, Hannah, to answer that question, we want to invite you and all the awesome listeners to go download our Christmas card at DanielGeorgia.com/Christmas. That's DanielGeorgia.com/Christmas, where you can download our Christmas card for free. So go. Yippee-yi-yi. Hey? I don't know why I sound Texan. Yippee-yi-yi, or whatever, or Western, or whatever it is. I don't know. This question comes from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. What does happiness mean to you both?
Well, Dan makes me happy. That's one word.
But what does happiness mean to you?
Can I believe this is going to be so hard for me to answer?
Let me try to answer that.
Okay.
It means showing love and joy and kindness to everyone that you meet. Let's go with that. Let's move on.
Yeah.
This question comes from here. Our favorite Colorado listener. You know. Do you both finish your Christmas shopping?
Actually,
I'm gonna say I don't do it. I don't do a lot of Christmas shopping, so I'm gonna say no. But babe,
I'm a village bit. Can't talk today. I am done finishing my Christmas shopping because I finished one of them last night.
awesome. And who's it for?
Well, do you want me to say it right now?
Yes.
It's actually for you.
Oh.
It's a handmade present, so hopefully my mom and I will come to your house and hand deliver it to you instead of just waiting for the
Speaking of hand gifts, we also have actually, that didn't really work out the way I was hoping. I was going to say hand cards, but it was more of a digital card. Okay. So I'm going to add a banner on the screen. If you guys, hold on.
Wait, what are you doing?
Whoops, I misspelled that. HOEHEAO.
My boyfriend, ladies and
gentlemen. There we go. Next question comes from. Hold on, I have to scroll down. I feel like we got that from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. keep spreading your happiness and positive holiday energy. Well, Hannah, you do that as well. And we want to invite all of our awesome listeners to go. Babe, we might need to put this in the show notes. Hannah's website, wholeheartedlyhanna.com. That is WHOLEHEALTEDLYHANNA.com. Wholeheartedlyhanna.com.
Wholeheartedly.
Hanna.com. So go check out Hannah's website. It is pretty awesome. Wholeheartedlyhanna.com.
All right.
And with that, we've got time for a few more questions from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. What was that? Yo?
No, I think
Hannah, our favorite Colorado listener, asks, what is your favorite Christmas ornament and what is your highlight about Christmas Day? I think we kind of already answered that.
yeah, but okay.
Our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah, asks, what do you both do on Christmas Eve? Sometimes midnight mass, sometimes watch White Christmas. Babe, quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing too.
Our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah, asks, what is your tradition for Christmas dinner?
Well, every year for the Hunters, we always have a glazed ham.
And Hannah also asks, what will you both be doing with your nephews and nieces?
Well, I already did that. I was in
Okay, great. Next question. Hannah also asks. We're moving on with the show. Okay. What is your favorite? Yeah, what was that? A little dance?
It's just like a dance move.
The podcast listeners are probably wondering, what are they talking about? Dancing? We'll go check out the video and you can see to do a little dance in your seat.
Okay.
Oh, the bathroom dance in your seat? No. Should I not? Yeah? No? No? No?
No, I was just moving my arms around. Hello.
Sure, it was. Okay. Hold on.
Mm.
You love me.
Yes, I love you.
Next question. What is your favorite moment of Christmas Day? I think we kind of already talked about that, but good question, Hannah. And finally, the final question comes from our favorite Colorado listener. You know, you both like wrapping Christmas gifts? Sort of, kind of. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Babe?
I really love wrapping Christmas gifts because you get to really relax, listen to music, and wrap really fun prizes.
Awesome. And finally, we want to conclude this segment of Hannah's holiday questions with saying we want to invite you to visit the website of our favorite Colorado listener.
To wholeheartedlyhanna.com.
Wholeheartedlyhanna.com is the place to go to learn more about the speaking engagements and more information about our and blogs and organizations she supports and everything about our favorite Colorado listener. Yeah. Wholeheartedlyhanna.com is the place to go to find out more about. This episode is brought to you by. Actually, it kind of is kind of true. Let's just say that. Okay. This episode is brought to you by our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Learn more at wholeheartedlyhanna.com. That's wholeheartedlyhanna.com.
You're making me laugh all day today.
So, once again, we want to remind you that this episode. Let's rewind a little bit. This episode comes from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. One more at wholeheartedlyhanna.com. That's wholeheartedlyhanna.com. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, for. Can I finish, babe?
Sorry. Yeah.
Babe. Thank you, Hannah, for being all favorite Colorado listener. If you want me to talk in a radio voice, you go ahead and email us, Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com, Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com. Or if you want to talk in my radio voice, you can go ahead and tweet us, hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show, or on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia. Just go ahead and DM us on Instagram or DM us on Facebook at Daniel and Georgia, and I will talk in my radio voice. And listener, babe, whatever your name is, you want to tell our listeners how they can get in touch with us? I mean, I just did, but you say it again because it was. I think that they will, because when they hear your cute voice, then they will want to get in touch with us. The link will be in the show notes on specialchronicles.com. But go ahead.
Okay, well, this is my cute face.
Cute voice too, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Okay. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Daniel and Georgia Show.
Wait, you mean at Daniel and Georgia?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
The next one is you can tweet us. Hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show.
Okay. Is there an email? People can email us the audio feedback or email feedback. Email us an audio email to.
You could email. You could email us at Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com.
Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com. And also, we want to remind you to download our Christmas card at danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. That's danielandgeorgia.com/Christmas. And you can also go check out our personal Instagram or Facebook pages. You can go follow us on Instagram on our personal pages at PeachGeorgia22 for Georgia's Instagram. And mine is at PodmanDan. Go follow us there. Remind you, if you are watching the video on YouTube or Facebook for this episode in the past few months, you will use a service called StreamYard, and if you want to download it, sign up for StreamYard yourself, then use our affiliate link, specialchronicles.com/StreamYard. specialchronicles.com/StreamYard is where you can sign up for StreamYard using our affiliate link. And we want to remind you that you can also donate. Help us reach a $12,000 goal. We're currently at over $9,074, and you can donate today at specialchronicles.com/EONgiving, specialchronicles.com/EONgiving. We want to remind you that the Georgia and Daniel Show is a production of specialchronicles.com. Go there to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to our podcasts. Subscribe to our newsletter there, and videos, and a lot more. So we just want to remind you that this podcast is a production of specialchronicles.com. That's the place to go to subscribe and listen to more podcasts and videos and newsletter, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, specialchronicles.com. Anything else, babe?
Sorry, what?
Anything else before we sign off? Tune in next week for our annual Christmas episode. And we hope that you will join, that you will leave your questions in the comments, just like our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. Because Hannah is our favorite Colorado listener. I mean, no offense to all of our other Colorado listeners and other listeners in other states or countries, but
yeah,
that way he is our favorite Colorado listener. Let's wrap up this episode. We hope you guys all have enjoyed this holiday wrapping, and you will listen to this episode when you wrap your gifts for your little kiddos, your kids, or your family, or your friends. And we want to remind you, tune in next week. We will let you know. Go if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia. We will let you know when we go live, because it won't be next Saturday. It will be sometime earlier that week. Probably not on Christmas Day, but it'll be sometime earlier that next week. So it might be in a few days. So stay tuned for our annual Christmas episode. Or just subscribe. We want to subscribe and rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Be able to subscribe and rate and review this show. And we'll see you next week on our annual Christmas episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, right here on SpecialChronicles.com. And until then,
my name is Bugs, and I want to say bye-bye.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
That's a wrap on that. I'm going to go ahead and bye, folks. See you next time.